At the end? Yeah, I think so. Salut tout le monde, bienvenue à cet après-match des Alouettes de Montréal. On va faire comme ça. Il faut dire la vérité. Pas le meilleur match de la saison pour les Alouettes, mais les équipes championnes trouvent une façon de gagner. Et c'est exactement ça que les Alouettes ont fait ce soir. Écoute, loin d'être parfait, mais quand même tout un spectacle lors du quatrième quart parce que on tirait de l'arrière 23-9, 26-12 et on a trouvé une façon de gagner par la marque de 30-26. On est prêt à prendre vos commentaires. Les joueurs sont retournés dans le vestiaire. On parlera aux joueurs. On va essayer de parler au coach aussi. Il y a des choses ce soir que les Alouettes ont faites qui n'ont pas... Je sais pas, on n'a pas fait pendant toute la saison. Mais écoute, comme j'ai mentionné, on a trouvé une façon de gagner. Donc, vous pouvez laisser vos commentaires dans la section commentaires si vous écoutez n'importe où, vous écoutez YouTube, X, Facebook. Il y en a un autre. YouTube, anyway. Peu importe, laissez vos commentaires et on va les lire. Wesh 16, bravo les gars. Écoute, c'est toute une remontée quand même. Là. On s'est rendu profondément en territoire des Stampeders à plusieurs reprises. Ouais, on s'est... il fallait opter pour des placements, malheureusement, mais c'est ça qui est ça. À la fin, quand ça a compté, encore une fois, je veux juste souligner sur le toucher de Cole Speaker, ce gars-là encaisse des gros plaqués. Et même sur le toucher, il a encaissé un gros plaqué. Mais quel attrapé de Speaker. Écoute, c'est quand même épouvantable de voir ce gars-là tellement tough, ce joueur-là. On lui a parlé sur notre émission d'avant-match, le podcast. Écoute, il encaisse des gros chocs, mais c'est ça. On est sur Instagram aussi ce soir, comme dit. Parfait. Donc, bienvenue à tous ceux qui nous écoutent sur Instagram. Bon, on va commencer avec des commentaires. Oh, on en a plein. Alexandre qui dit « On s'est fait courir dessus ». Alex, c'est un bon point. Une couple de grosses courses. Il y en a une du corps arrière substitut Tommy Stevens qui a couru longtemps. Il y avait un autre de Logan. C'est vrai, Calgary a quand même bien couru le ballon. Carl in Maryland, Stadium rocking, Alouettes flying. What a night. Can't wait to be back there. Are you not entertained? Hey, it was entertaining. You can't tell me that. I had to sweat a little too much, but it is what it is. Karine qui dit « J'ai eu énormément de plaisir à regarder ce match. Que dire au quatrième quart? » Wow! Écoute, Karine, un excellent point, mais les équipes championnes, c'est ça qu'ils font lors du quatrième quart. Michel, je suis tellement fier de cette équipe. On vous aime gros, les moineaux. Michel qui nous écoute sur YouTube. Denis, j'ai pas écouté la partie. Un excès de confiance peut-être. Je retourne dans la salle de mariage. Oui, félicitations Denis, sa fille s'est mariée ce soir. Joey, they came all the way back. Yes, Greg, they came all the way back to beat the Stampeders. That's 10 regular season wins in a row, 13 if you count the playoffs as well. 5e gain en 5 matchs, 100% Nick. Incroyable pareil. Oui, Stéphane, absolument. Sébastien qui demande si on a des nouvelles de Marc-Antoine de quoi. À date, pas de nouvelles, évidemment. Compliqué quand tu finis pas le match. Donc, c'est sûr que c'est probablement pas des bonnes nouvelles. Et en plus, on a un match dans 5 jours. Donc, les chances qu'on peut rétablir une blessure en 5 jours et revenir, les chances sont pas bonnes. Mais on ne sait pas. Honnêtement, on n'a pas de mise à jour. Donc, c'est ça. Bon. Eric, bravo pour cette victoire. Excellent travail d'équipe. Oui, merci, Eric. El Marco, c'est fou comment Jason Maas a changé la culture. Les gars défonceraient des murs pour lui. J'adore Maas, absolument. Merci beaucoup. Bon, dans les commentaires, on continue. They came all the way back. Smile. Bouf, on en a plein. Let's go for Poutine. Craig, let's go. Although I'm watching my figure a little bit. Pat Denis qui dit malade, meilleur show en ville. Merci, Pat. Pierre, wow, quelle remontée. Que dire de Fletcher? Mais Fletcher, je vais vous dire tout de suite, a été élu le joueur du match Budweiser. Trent, love the energy that Fletch brings. Eric, superbe remontée. Cette équipe ne lâche jamais. OK, on a Darnell Sankey qui est avec nous. First, I mean, congrats. Secondly, I know it's probably not the way you guys drew it up, but championship teams, championship teams win those games.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but we won. That's all that matters. The only thing that matters is we won.
I'm just curious. I mean, this place got friggin' loud in the fourth quarter. How much did that up the defense? Because they went 2 and out a bunch.
I don't think fans really understand how much of an impact that really makes. Like, when that stadium is rocking, the offense feels that. They feel it. Like, they can't get their communication down. You see them shaking a little bit. This place, this was the most packed and loudest I ever heard it. It was crazy.
It's good to face a little adversity sometimes early, no?
Ain't nothing about it. Ain't nothing about it.
Defensively tonight, what did you guys like? I know I want to give credit to the crowd, but you guys defensively, what did you do in the fourth quarter to really limit them? Because they didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we were the better team, so we just had to come out and play like it. We felt like we came out real sloppy and slow the first half. You know, it shouldn't have even been a game. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot. So, I mean, I'm not going to discredit them and say that they're subpar. No, they're a good offense, but we shot ourselves in the foot. We missed some key assignments, and that forced some big plays on their end. So,
how tricky? It looked like they kind of gave us a dose of what our offense will typically do. A lot of screens. Yeah. They ran the ball pretty well. Their short yardage offense was really good. What's complicated about stopping that? What was the tough part about stopping that?
Yeah, I mean, we just it's not really complicated. I think we just if everybody does their job, it is easy to stop. You know, one guy misses a gap, one guy's not where he's supposed to be. They exploit it. That's what they're supposed to do.
It's a quick turnaround. I mean, you guys play again on Thursday night here. For yourself, when you have such a short week like that, thankfully no travel, but how do you prep? How do you rest up? 1 day of practice next week. How do you get yourself ready for that?
Go home, sleep, drink a lot of water.
What time are you going to wake up tomorrow?
Whenever my body wakes me up. I'm not waking up anytime soon, I can tell you that.
Thanks for this, Sankey.
Appreciate you.
All right, Darnell Sankey with another solid game in the middle of the defense. We will keep going here. We got a guest, so we're just we'll see.
Yeah. Richards is here. I had to pop back out. You already know. I just really want to thank the fans tonight. Y'all really came through for us, man. As much as we don't give up, y'all didn't give up with us, so thank you.
It was loud in here, man.
Oh, it was so loud. I think one of the loudest games I've been a part of. Yeah. And at school, I played Syracuse. Our dome is called the Loud House, and this is not even a dome, just as loud. Yeah, I love our fans.
You have a quick injury update for us? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'll come back soon. The voice cracks is because I lost my voice tonight, you know.
So did I. Got another half hour to go. Thanks for this, T-Rich.
So did all of they probably.
They're making fun of me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, T-Rich. All right. We got Deontay Ruffer here. I think this is the first one. I think this is the first time that we have you on this season. Second time? All right, second time. We had you after Ottawa, I think. I know it's probably not the way you guys drew that up, Ruff, but just just talk to me a little bit about the character of this team to stick with it down in the fourth quarter and to come out. This is the type of game that championship teams win.
Yes, this was this game really displayed who we really are deep down to the core. You know what I'm saying? We had a chance to show that we can fight through adversity, we can come together and be one team, you know what I'm saying? One accord, and that's one thing we pride ourselves on is always being together as a club. And it showed tonight. When things weren't going our way, we just stuck together, and it turned out well.
That's back-to-back weeks with an interception for you. I mean, it feels like you're playing at a really high level. And just tell me a little bit about, playing. You finished the season. You won the Grey Cup as a starting boundary corner. They moved you over to the boundary half. Just your versatility and what you're able to do out there. How good do you feel right now with the way you're playing?
I'm feeling great, man. I wake up every day, and I just thank the man above for allowing me to be here today, you know what I'm saying, bless me with these wonderful gifts that I have. So, you know what I'm saying, regardless, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy to be where I am right now. regardless of how last season went. Wherever coach wants me to play, that's something I pride myself on. I can play anywhere on the defense, anywhere, and I really believe that.
I believe you too. Any interception is great, but tonight against Calgary, former team, it had to feel a little extra special than last week, maybe?
Yeah, this one was, it was a little
Personal?
Yeah, it was pretty personal. Nah, it's not personal, man. It's all business, you know what I'm saying? No hard feelings for Calgary. You know what I'm saying? It's just another day in the office. I come out and I just try to play the best ball that I can, no matter who's across from me. Ball was in the air, see ball, get ball. Ball game.
I like that. It seemed like they came out and they did a lot of what our offense typically does. A lot of screens. They ran the ball particularly well. Did it catch you guys off guard a little bit early? Did you not expect it to come out that way? How do you explain the sluggish start, maybe?
You know what I'm saying? Hats off to them. They came out with a great game plan. Like, for people that was watching it at home, they had a great game plan. That's just football. It's chess. You know what I'm saying? It's chess with players. And they had a great game plan, but all in all, we just stayed composed. You know what I'm saying? We tip our hat to them, but, at the end of the day, Alouettes, we get it done.
Thanks, Ruff. Congrats.
Merci beaucoup.
Deontay Ruffer. All right, here we go. Yeah. Jeff Canté-Arcou. On va aller en français. Jeff, je veux commencer avec la foule parce que aussitôt que le quatrième quart a commencé, le niveau de son a monté de plusieurs crans. Juste, parle-moi un peu de la foule et comment ça vous a aidé en défensive lors du quatrième quart ce soir.
Écoute, quand j'étais jeune, je venais voir les Alouettes. Puis encore aujourd'hui, j'ai 25 ans, j'ai jamais vu le stade aussi bruyant qu'aujourd'hui. So, man, c'était incroyable. La foule a joué un grand rôle. Même à un moment donné, il y a eu un bad snap à cause de la foule. C'est sûr, c'était incroyable.
Écoute, les Stampeders ont bien joué en attaque pour 3 quarts. Ils ont bien couru le ballon. Le départ un peu lent, si je peux, tu attribues ça à quoi? Pourquoi est-ce que ça a commencé un peu difficile ce soir?
C'est dur à dire. Il va falloir revenir en arrière puis regarder le film. Là, mais je dis qu'il faut se présenter. Il ne faut plus faire ça, avoir des retards lents, là, comme tu dis.
À part la foule, qu'est-ce qui a changé défensivement lors du quatrième quart? Parce que vous n'avez vraiment rien donné les 14-15 dernières minutes.
Je dirais notre intensité puis la façon qu'on exécute le scheme a changé drastiquement puis ça fait de la différence.
Comment est-ce qu'on... C'est quoi le message sur les lignes de côté quand c'est 23-9, 26-12? Comment est-ce qu'on reste positif?
Non, c'est sûr qu'on a tout fait d'une bonne job, rester positif. On est les Alouettes, on a du talent. Sur le bord du côté, on avait des blessés, beaucoup en attaque, en offense, en special team. Je pense que tout le monde a embarqué ensemble puis on a fini le travail.
Merci, mon Jeff. Félicitations.
Merci.
Right, Jeff Canté-Arcou. On va regarder les statistiques. Parce qu'on n'en a pas parlé encore. Bon, Cody Fajardo, 35 en 42. Beaucoup de passes courtes ce soir. Les Stampeders, la tertiaire des Stampeders a vraiment fait du bon boulot. On n'a pas vraiment alloué de jeu explosif à part la course de Fletcher en fin de game. Mais le jeu aérien, pas beaucoup de gros jeux. Côté attaque, Philpot, 134 verges. Lui aussi, c'est une attrapée de 39 verges. OK, on a un invité. On a un autre invité. You could jump in here. All right, probably not the way you guys drew that up. But how did you guys hang in there, and how did you guys lock it down in the fourth quarter?
Well, we know wins like this really defines the team. We came together. We know that we are an unwavering team, that anything that happens in the beginning won't determine our end. And I think we really came together during the half, and we knew that we was going to win. We didn't know how, but we knew we was going to pull it out.
How tough was, I've just been mentioning that their offense looked a lot like what the Alouettes offense will typically run. A lot of screens, a lot of, they ran the ball well. Just how tough is it to stop that and to get sideline to sideline?
Yeah, because when you move in sideline to sideline, it definitely takes a toll on your defense because you're running and you have to change. But we practiced against that, right? So we was very much prepared for it, and going forward with it, we knew what we had to do moving forward.
You got a lot more work tonight, obviously, with Sean Lemon not in the lineup. How did you feel getting a lot more snaps on the defensive side of the ball?
I felt great. Back to my old ways and getting more snaps. But for the most part, even I was getting tips from Sean throughout the whole week, knowing that he played against these guys in the past. He was giving me tips and cues of what I should do. So much credit to him as well, with giving me a bit of tutelage going up into this game.
You've been around a long time. You've played in a lot of close games. I'm just curious, for a defending champion, a team with championship aspirations, how does a game like this, a tight one where you weren't perfect but you still win, how does this help build towards, the end goal in the bigger picture?
Wins like this, as I said before, really brings the team tighter together, right? Like we knew when we were down, no one was fussing and arguing with each other. We came together. We was much more encouraging. And I always say encouragement is sometimes the best motivator. And that's what we did. That's what we needed coming out to the second half, because that's when we brought the energy. We started getting more momentum. We started encouraging each other as teammates to make bigger plays.
Can you give the people who are watching an idea? To me, this is the sport where the crowd can make the biggest difference. And you guys balled in the fourth quarter, but the crowd noise was they cranked it up a few notches.
Absolutely. Shout out to our fans, because without them, we don't know how our momentum swing would have been, right? So when they start cheering, it got us so energized to go out there and make big plays.
There's a lot of people looking for autographs, so I'll let you go. Congrats.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Avery Ellis of the Montreal Alouettes. Nice enough to join us. On va continuer avec quelques statistiques ce soir. Philpot avec 12 réceptions, 134 verges. Et vraiment une réception critique en fin de match sur une longue passe de 39 verges de Cody Fajardo. Walter Fletcher, le demi à l'attaque, 104 verges sur réception. Une autre 56 verges au sol avec une longue course de 31 verges. Donc, grosse course à la fin pour un toucher de Fletcher. Speaker, 4 réceptions, 48 verges et un touché. Charleston Rambo, 4 réceptions, 40 verges. Reggie White, 2 attrapés, 28 verges. Et Keon Julian Grant, 4 réceptions, 20 verges, un touché. Et c'est sa fête en plus, le jeune Keon. Donc ça, c'était gros. Défensivement, Tyrese Beverette ce soir, 9 plaqués, 3 plaqués pour des pertes. Sankey qui vient de passer, c'est 6 plaqués. Najee Murray, 6 plaqués aussi. Mustafa, écoute, quoi dire de Mustafa Johnson? You have 5 minutes for me? You have family out here? You have anybody out here you need to see? Okay.
I got my mom. Can I go get them?
Sure, they can come on
I want
too.
them to stand in the background.
They could stand right next to them. We can ask them questions. Okay, Kebion Ento's coming back with his family. Bev did it a couple weeks ago. You can have him on, yeah. Je veux souligner ce que Mustafa Johnson fait dans ce match-là. C'est lui qui a bloqué le extra point après un touché des Stampeders. Puis c'est Kebion Ento qui ramasse le ballon et qui marque un touché. Donc, quand même gros jeu parce que tu gagnes par 4. Si tu n'as pas ces 2 points-là, c'est une avance de 2 points. Donc, c'est pas un touché que ça prend en fin de match pour Calgary, c'est un placement. Donc, je sais qu'il y a beaucoup de choses qui se sont passées après ça, mais vraiment, c'était un gros jeu dans cette rencontre. Donc, un jeu important. OK, avant que Ento revienne. What's up, Juliana? Thank you very much. I see you. All right, we're going to go back to some questions. Écoute, il y a tellement de questions. Bon, donnez-moi 2 minutes. All right. Zachary, you can go behind. It's filming this way. No, it's filming this way. You can go, you're good. Pour de quoi, je l'ai aperçu sur les lignes de côté avec un plâtre à l'épaule gauche à RDS. Ça, j'ai pas vu. Évidemment, moi, je suis dans le stade. Merci pour la mise en l'update. Interception de Ruffer, gros jeu, absolument. Laurent Fajardo, tellement constant. Écoute, à part l'interception ce soir, 36 en 42. All right, let's go. Let's bring everybody in. Avery Ellis is signing about 1,000 autographs here in the post-game show. That's okay. It's all good. All right, let's bring everybody in. Let's make some room. Nobody needs to see me. So we got Kebion Ento and family. Okay, so... Oh, you got to get on your tippy toes. Name?
Akari.
Okay, name?
Shariah.
All right, you want to get in? Name?
Vanda.
All right. So who are we speaking with, Kebion? Who's the family members?
This is my daughter Akari,
All right.
my niece Shariah, and my mom Vanda.
All right. Let's start. How an easy one. How proud? First game ever. So what did you think? What did you think of the first game? Daddy played pretty well, huh?
Yes, he played amazing.
He played amazing. Who's your favorite player on the team?
My father.
Okay, I'm just making sure. But we were just talking about the blocked extra point and those 2 points. I know a lot happened after that, but it's a 4-point game. If you don't get that, then it's a 2-point game, and they just need a field goal to go up. I mean, just in retrospect, how big was that play when it happened, and what did you see on the play?
I mean, it's always big, just to score points whenever the defense can. that 2 points. I mean, as you can see, what we win by 4. So that would have changed the game. In the end, all they would have needed was a field goal. But it was real big, just trying to make sure that I didn't quit on the play. I was kind of mad because I didn't feel like he didn't score on that quarterback sneak. So I'm over there telling the coach to challenge it, and then I turn around, try to make sure, like I said, my eyes in the right place. And the ball came straight to me. Like, I didn't have to do anything. I just had to make sure I ran faster than everybody else.
Do you ever score on a block? You ever score a 2-point conversion?
I have not scored a 2-point conversion since like high school when I used to play like receiver.
You were okay to run all that way though?
Yeah, I was looking at the jumbotron the whole time. I was trying to see who was behind me, and when I saw it was a blue jersey behind me, I kind of slowed down. So don't tell my coach that he might be mad at me.
Just defensively tonight, obviously it probably didn't start the way you guys wanted, but just how tough was it to deal with? I felt like they did a lot of what we do, a screen game, the quick passes out wide. Just how tough is it to deal with that?
It's really tough. I think they came in, they had a good game plan, but we also knew that we might have missed some tackles, we might have missed some plays. We need to be more alert on who's on the field sometimes. And they just made great plays in the beginning, but we always feel like we give more than teams take. And so we feel like we was giving up too many plays. And we came out in the second half, like nobody went in the locker room fussing at each other. Nobody was on the sideline fussing at each other. Everybody was being accountable and putting it on themselves to, hey, we got to make this play. I got to make this play. I got to do this. I got to do that. And when you got 12 guys who doing that, 12 guys who stand together the whole game, it's going to be a long night.
I know it wasn't perfect, but this is the type of game that championship teams win. Is it not? Like to face a little bit of adversity like that, not play well through 3 quarters and win?
Definitely. It was a team win from defense, special teams to offense, and I guess you can see that, we all going to stick together. We all going to stick together no matter what, and we're going to keep our heads up, and you're going to have to play us for however long that clock is. It don't matter if we go in overtime, triple, it don't matter. You're going to have to play us until the clock hits 0 and we win.
Most important question of the post-game show. If you had to rate his behavior on 10 when he was growing up, how much of a troublemaker was KP on?
I would give him a 5.5. 5.5? On most days he was a 10, but those days that he was a 5.5, it was kind of rough.
Solid 5.5, huh?
Some days you were a 10 though.
But see, I had a twin.
You were a twin too?
Yeah, I had a twin.
Oh no, you didn't have a twin. You were bad. You were bad all the time. Are you really a twin?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it was double trouble, so it wasn't just me. I ain't gonna put it on
So
myself.
you're saying that mom kind of misidentified you guys?
Yeah, it was always him.
A lot of times they'll blame everything on the other twin, so.
He's watching. It was you.
Congratulations, family. How long are we staying? We're staying for a while?
They'll be here for the next game.
All right, I like it. Congratulations, everybody, on the win, and thank you for joining us on the postgame show.
Mercy. Have a good night.
Have a great night, everybody. All right, the Ento family, nice enough to join us. That was fun. Niece, daughter, mom, that was outstanding. OK, on continue avec les commentaires. El Marco, est-ce que Dylan Wynn va manger de la poutine pour célébrer? Il faudrait demander. Noah, best team ever. I like that, Noah. That was an impressive win. That was an impressive fourth quarter comeback. Oui, monsieur, toute une équipe. Quelle équipe incroyable, dit Denis. Carol, nice guys. XOX, very nice guys. Devin, you're in Hawaii? Come on, man. You could have brought me with you. Devin cheering from Hawaii, spreading the love of the Alouettes. I love that. Sylvain, vous avez une solide équipe. Très plaisant à voir jouer. Vous m'avez fait capoter ben raide. All right, bienvenue le centre arrière avec un gros plaqué sur les unités spéciales. Ce soir, David Dallaire. David, c'était pas parfait ce soir, mais des équipes championnes trouvent une façon de gagner ce match-là. Qu'est-ce que tu peux nous dire de la remontée et comment vous avez fait ça?
On a tellement confiance les uns envers les autres qu'on n'a jamais eu peur, on n'a jamais été stressé tout le long du match. On a resté calme, puis on savait que ça allait bien tourner pour nous. Fait qu'on a juste continué de travailler fort, faire ce qu'on avait à faire, puis on était confiants.
Je veux te parler d'un de tes coéquipiers, José Maltos. Il a su juste avant la game qu'il allait jouer à cause de la blessure à David Côté. Juste parle-moi un peu de sa performance à lui. Il était parfait, même sur les bottées d'envoi. Très bonne distance sur les bottées d'envoi. Qu'est-ce que tu peux me dire sur José Maltos?
C'est un coéquipier incroyable. Il est tout le temps à 100% dans ce qu'il fait. Il est tout le temps sérieux aussi dans son entraînement. Puis quand on lui a dit que c'était à lui de s'habiller, il a été prêt, il est parti à la course, puis il a fait tout ce qu'il avait à faire en peu de temps pour se mettre prêt pour la game.
Vous avez, sur les 3 phases de jeu, vous avez bien joué, mais sur les unités spéciales et en défensive aussi, évidemment, mais je vais te parler des unités spéciales. Comment est-ce que la foule et le bruit de foule a affecté cette rencontre ce soir?
Honnêtement, je pourrais pas te le dire parce que j'ai pas connaissance du bruit de foule quand je suis sur le terrain. Ouais, je m'en rends pas compte.
Félicitations, David. Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Bon, David Dallaire, qui n'entend rien pendant les matchs. Surprenant, ça. Mais c'est sur les unités spéciales. C'était solide. En deuxième mi-temps, évidemment, on a parlé à Kebianento. Les 2 points qu'ils ont marqués étaient énormes. Donc, on va commencer. Je vois les Philpot qui sont là. On va essayer d'avoir les 2 Philpot. On va voir si on pourrait avoir les 2. Je ne sais pas si on pourrait avoir Jalen. Bon, on est rendu où, là? Jack, best team in the CFL. Yes, they are. Stéphane, un beau FU à la Ligue qui fait tout pour qu'il perde avec suspension. Mais, OK, ça, peut-être j'aurais pas dû lire celle-là, Stéphane. Il y a beaucoup de pression sur notre équipe. Écoute, Pierre, c'est un excellent point parce que, tu sais, quand tu es l'équipe championne, tout le monde veut te battre. C'est clair, c'est pas comme l'année passée où ils ont... You already got your appearance. Il y a beaucoup de pression. Les équipes viennent à Montréal et ils veulent bien jouer. On a vu, les Stampeders ont très bien joué ce soir. On ne peut rien enlever des Stampeders. Mais c'est quand même, c'est les Alouettes qui ont bien encaissé et ils ont bien fait ça. El Marco, cette victoire aussi pour Lemon. El Marco, on veut voir Fletcher en entrevue. On va l'avoir, Fletcher, en entrevue. Magdalene, such a good game. J'espère que De Quoi va récupérer rapidement. Oui, on espère 100%. Ça sonne équipe championne pour revenir. Ça prend une équipe championne pour revenir de derrière. Ils ont prouvé qu'ils sont champions. Merci, André Guy. Animal Lover, let's go, Als, another win. It's 5-0, baby. Je vais bien dormir, mes champions. What do we got? Bravo, bravo, une équipe qui lâche pas. Joey, Michel, OK, merci. Anthony Martineau vient de tweeter ça. Marc-Antoine Dequoy vient de sortir du vestiaire souriant, sans attelle et semblait lucide et confortable physiquement. Donc, on va essayer d'avoir une mise à jour, mais à date, j'ai rien. Je l'ai vu passer. Je pense qu'il est correct, mais on ne sait pas. On n'a pas de mise à jour. Jonathan says, champions rise no matter the adversity, and good job, Joey. Appreciate that, man. Comment va Marc-Antoine? Dominique, on n'a pas de mise à jour, comme on vient de mentionner. I know we're getting a lot of Marc-Antoine Dequoy questions. I don't have anything right now for you. I got no update for you. But it was just tweeted, one of the reporters just tweeted on French language TVA that Marc-Antoine came out smiling and he was okay. Bon, Denis, c'est rendu vraiment trippant de regarder les matchs des Alouettes. Merci, Danny Machocha, d'avoir accepté de relever le défi des games. All right, let's bring in. We'll finish reading that one later. We got the Grey Cup MVP, Cody Fajardo, with us. It's probably not the way you guys drew that up, Cody. A lot of uncharacteristic things, the early turnovers, but how do you explain just the calm and the poise in the fourth quarter to move the ball up and down the field and get the points necessary to win?
Yeah, our resiliency was tested, and a lot, like you said, uncharacteristic things, but it's a long season. We're going to be facing times like that, but I think games like that help us in the back end and help us for playoff runs and for big games down the road, because we understand we can win games multiple ways. And we didn't play our best ball tonight, especially in the first half, and we came out in the second half and we just chipped away. But what I love most about this team is that when things get tough, nobody starts pointing fingers. Nobody starts to hit the panic button. Everybody just believes in one another, and we just say one play at a time. And it's a huge win in front of a great crowd that was electric all night, and so we were happy to walk away with the win.
That was Ricky Ray who just did the bunny ears behind your head. I just want people to know that I wasn't a fan. I thought Calgary did a really nice job defensively of taking away those explosive plays in the passing game. You did get one late to Tyson for I think it was 39 yards, but how tough is it when you want to stretch the field, but you got to keep dumping it off to Fletcher? Had like 10 catches for over 100 yards tonight.
That's the thing, and I think Toronto put it on tape, right? How to kind of limit the explosives. Early on, teams were playing us in man coverage. We were able to throw it down the field. Now everyone wants to play us in these soft zones, and It's going to test my patience. Got to throw it underneath. But we have guys with great yak ability. Guys can catch the ball, make a guy miss. And so it's kind of pick your poison. Lose slowly or lose quickly, and it's kind of my mentality. So, but it's guys like Fletch who catch the ball underneath and gives me confidence to not have to force balls down the field. Sometimes you get impatient, you're down multiple scores, and you're like, we need a big play. But if you just take it one play at a time, and you watch those guys take a 5-yard pass for 40, it gives you confidence to continue to throw it throughout the game.
I thought your legs helped kind of turn the momentum of the game as well. You broke a tackle and took off for, I think it was 11, and you had a couple important runs. Just it seems like last year maybe you wanted to stay in the pocket a little bit more. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially early in the season. But how much do you feel like you guys are even more lethal when you can get yourself going like that?
Yeah, we talked about it. Coach Maas and I did a study, and if I can get 2 first downs with my legs, our win-loss percentage was way through the roof. And I think I did that tonight. It was something I worked on this offseason, was losing some weight because I felt really good going into the playoffs with my legs. I felt explosive again. So I came in kind of at that same weight, and so I have a lot more confidence in my legs breaking the pocket as opposed to trying to sit in there and make all the throws. And when we need it most, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But we have a lot of playmakers, so I'd rather them get hit than me get hit, and that's my mentality. But if I got to take off and run, I'll definitely do that.
I tried to lose weight this offseason too. I put on 5 pounds. I just want to the touchdown to Speaker. Cole keeps taking hit after hit, just to hang on to that ball and to get that, to make it, a one-score game. Just what can you tell me about Cole? I know you had the big week last week, and we spent a lot of time talking about him, but he doesn't necessarily get all the glory. But what can you tell me about the toughness of Cole Speaker?
We talked about that play all week versus their 2-man is what we exactly got it in. And I told him I can't do much to hold the backside guy, so it might be one of those catch. And we were working it in the middle of the field, but we called in the red zone where the goalpost is a little bit of an issue. Yeah. So you can't put it on the line because you would hate for it to hit the goalpost. So I had to put a little bit more. I'm just thankful it got down in time, and I'm thankful he got up because he's taking some hits and slow to get up. But I think when you finish in the end zone, it feels a little bit better when you get hit. So he's a guy who never begs for the ball. When the ball comes his way, he makes big plays. Even on that last drive, I threw a 5-yard route to him. He breaks a tackle. He takes it for 14, puts us in field goal range. It's uncharacteristic things like that. It's guys that just understand when the ball comes my way, I'm going to make a play. And I think that's what makes our offense so great.
Could you just finally take me through that last drive, just the mindset there? And was there any thought that they might let you score?
There was a little bit when we were running the ball. We were really trying to just bleed it out, let Jose go and try and kick a game-winning field goal. But sure enough, Fletch gets the outside, and in my mind, I was just thinking, just don't go out of bounds. Yeah. Just don't go out of bounds. And sure enough, he scores. But that's a big play right there because it turned it into a 4-point game where they had to go down and score. And then also we had the 2-point play, and I miss inside. They make a pick, and if he runs it back, they're down 2 instead of down 4. But I think if you watch that play, you'll see the determination on our offense to understand what we needed to win the football game. And the way the guys efforted to do everything they could to get that guy down was huge. And I think that's a big reason why we won the football game.
Congrats, Cody. You're about to get swarmed here, so I'll let you go.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Cody Fajardo, we threw for 300 plus tonight. Cody Fajardo. All right, we'll try to get some more comments. Oh boy, we got a lot of comments coming in tonight. Keep them coming. I'm not complaining. I just want you to know. Bon, OK, Denis, on était rendu à ton commentaire. Je m'excuse, Cody est arrivé, donc il fallait parler à Cody. C'est rendu vraiment trippant de regarder les matchs des Alouettes. Merci, Danny Machocha, d'avoir accepté de relever le défi. Les games sont excitants du début jusqu'à la fin. Paul, merci, Joey. Un autre Paul. True, and fans were great. Looked like a full house. Over 20,600 tonight, and it was live. Felt like double that almost. Alouettes more and more impressive. Love these Owls. That's from Michael, who's watching on YouTube. Simon says, gros comeback. Michael also chiming in. Oh, yeah, Michael's watching from Mexico. I love this guy, too. We got people in Hawaii. We got people in Mexico. We're all over. Where's deep in Mexico? I want to know where deep in Mexico is. So let us know. C'est jamais fini avant la dernière seconde. Bravo. You're going to have to squeeze in, Bev. This is getting interesting. Hey, Cody, your time on the post-game show's over. All right, you're still on here. Bev, you can jump in this way. You can come in this way. Somehow, Somehow it was a very quiet 9 tackle, 3 tackle for loss performance by you. Not really, but just defensively, how did you guys hang in there in the fourth quarter? And you guys, you forced punts and forced punts and forced punts. And just what did you guys do in the fourth quarter that really gave your offense a chance to get back in the game and ultimately win?
I mean, just to start off, we just know nothing is going to be handed to us. I mean, we got a lot of veteran guys on this side. We see the vision. We see it before anybody else see it. We know we're going to win. We just don't know how we're going to win. So I feel like that was our test for us to see if we really was a team we claimed to be. And I knew I had faith in my guys that we was going to answer that test.
I know you got to watch the tape, but just how do you explain the tougher start? Because, I mean, offensively, there's a lot of uncharacteristic things. Defensively, they kind of ran the ball pretty well. Their short yardage offense was good, too. Just how do you explain the slow start?
I mean, it's just, sometimes that's football. Sometimes that's what you come out like. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And this team been doing a great job of finishing this year.
How tough is it to deal with, they kind of did what our offense does in terms of, quick screens. Just how tough is it to deal with that going back and, playing the wide part of the field a little bit more, both sideline to sideline?
I mean, it's just a copycat league. I mean, we done seen it year in and year out. We just adjusted at halftime and we just fixed all our mistakes, and we came out electric in the second half.
Walk me through just how much the crowd helped in the fourth quarter, because I'm not sure I ever heard it that loud in this building.
Yeah, man. I mean, that goes without saying, man. That was just electric. I mean, it gave us the energy. You seen the guys on defense get some energy, get pumped from that, and we definitely appreciate that.
Calgary do a lot of talking tonight when they were up?
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fool's gold. I mean, like I said, the game is never over. They were talking too much too early, and they didn't finish the game.
Thanks for this, Bev. Congrats.
Yes, I appreciate you.
All right. Tyrese, Beverette, 9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Very, very good. We will get Walter Fletcher. I promise we will get Walter Fletcher at some point. I know people keep asking for Fletcher. We will get Fletcher. Fajardo, the GOAT. On ne parle pas suffisamment de football au Québec avec les Alouettes. Yes, Andre Fletcher, please, I promise you. Fletcher is coming out. Fajardo, two-turn leader. Okay, we got some of these. All right, so you can we'll get to the questions momentarily. We'll keep getting to the comments momentarily. Mike, who sneaks one in here. Great comeback win. Team never gives up. Credit to the coaching staff as well. Keep it up, boys. Invité surprise. Wow. On a un invité. Un invité surprise. OK. Joey Compadre, I'm in Boca. Jose Maltos is here. You can come on this way, Jose. I don't think you've been on the postgame since the preseason after the Ottawa game last year, 5 for 5. Okay, let's start with let's get you in here more than me. They don't need to see me. They see me enough. When did you find out that you were going to play this game?
During the warm-up, I was helping Dave and Joe, as always, shagging balls and everything. And then something happened with Dave after his kickoffs. Yeah. And then they told me, like, hey, go get ready. I was like, okay, perfect.
I know you come to the park ready to play, but when you find out in that moment, is there a switch that goes off?
Yeah. No. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always waiting for this opportunity, this kind of opportunity. I work a lot to get this opportunity. So we are professionals at the end of the day, and we need to be ready. And then just stay locked in and help the team, actually.
On the final offensive possession there, it looked like it was going to be the game-winning field goal. In my head, I'm like, I can't believe Jose found out 5 seconds before the game he's going to play. He's going to kick the game-winning field goal. But what's going through your mind at that point as you get ready for potentially that? And then what's going through your mind when Fletcher ended up and it's a big extra point, too, because it makes it a more than a 3-point.
I mean, for me, another kick, one kick at a time. I take that opportunity like if it's like a extra point or something like that. For me, it's another kick. I need to to help the team, I need to perform as well. So I was ready. I dreamed, since last year, I dream about it. So, control what you can control. So that happened. Fletch, he did a great job, and then, that was exciting.
I know you are perfect tonight. I thought, I don't know, I want to ask you if you worked on the kickoffs, because I thought your kickoffs were very deep tonight too. You were able to drive it to the 10 consistently. How much did you work on the kickoffs during the winter?
Always. I mean, for me, my workout was in college, so I take that mentality because I kick a lot in college. I kick a lot when I went to the NFL. I kick a lot in the off season. So now I think it's more mental. Just stay ready and control my technique and focus on that. You know what I mean?
Well done, Jose. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
We'll see you in 5 days.
Appreciate it.
All right, Jose Maltos of the Montreal Alouettes, who was perfect, absolutely outstanding tonight. Et Jose en a parlé en anglais, je vais souligner en français. Donc, on n'en a pas parlé encore de ce qui s'est passé pendant l'échauffement, mais Jose qui a expliqué qu'il aidait Josima et David Côté lors de l'échauffement d'avant-match. David s'est blessé lors de l'échauffement et on a dit à José, OK, écoute, il faut que tu embarques sur le terrain. Donc, José était prêt et ce soir, c'était absolument incroyable de voir sa performance parce que il était parfait sur les placements. Et je vais même souligner, sur les bottées d'envoi, il était excellent, il était très bon. Donc, grosse performance de José Maltos dans des circonstances qui n'ont pas été... C'est des circonstances qui ne sont pas faciles. Je sais que c'est des professionnels. Ils sont toujours prêts à jouer. Mais tu sais, toute la journée, toute la semaine, depuis le début de la saison, tu ne t'attends pas à jouer. Et il y aurait toutes les excuses possibles pour rater un placement ou deux lors de ce match. Mais il a été parfait, il a été très bon. Et it's all good. And c'était vraiment épouvantable de voir la performance de Maltos. On espère que David Côté, la blessure n'est pas sérieuse, mais on a de la profondeur partout dans cette équipe, même en tant que botteur. Donc, grosse performance de José Maltos aussi. Je suis vraiment content que José s'est arrêté ici. Bon, all right, on a plus de commentaires. Yeah, I got it. I saw what you saw. Avec Fajardo, on est en voiture. On veut les Philpot. Oui, Jean, on va essayer de te pogner les Philpot. Les Philpot puis Fletcher, on va essayer de voir. OK, ça vient. All right, people are asking for you. All right, let's get it out of the way. I know you and I talked quite a bit this week about going up against Jalen for the first time ever. Now that it's come and gone, are you glad, and how did it feel?
Sweet, 3-0 against him in my career. I know, this is the first time I'm actually playing and stuff like that. But
4-0.
4-0, technically, yeah. But, it just feels great to get a win. It was not an easy win for sure. They gave us a run for our money, but, yeah, it always feels great beating my brother.
It was, I thought Calgary, the defense played well, removing the big explosive plays in the passing game. How did you guys stay patient? How did you guys stick with it? And then I thought at the most crucial time when you guys are down by 2, Cody hit you for, you adjusted real well to the ball, but Cody hit you for 39. Just how tough was it to stay patient in this game, though?
Yeah, huge. We're getting antsy on the sideline, wanting those big shots, but we knew just with how far off they played, Fletcher was going to be a big involvement in the offense, just hitting that short stuff, but we knew it would come, That's what we always talk about in practice, Just sticking with the short stuff and the long stuff is going to come, and it came at the perfect moment, and Cody threw a great ball.
Look, I know you've been playing football a long time. I'm sure most of the teams you played on were probably great, but, for a team who's defending champions and have championship aspirations again, how big is it to go through some of these tough, this adversity, especially early on in the season?
Yeah, huge. If you get the blowout wins and you don't have that experience with those tough games later in the season, that can come out to haunt you. So we just talk about being efficient, never losing doubt. And this team, man, we're special. And we showed it again tonight. And we got some things to clean up for sure. But we ride for each other. We got each other's back. And we know when it comes down to crunch time, we're going to get it done.
Can you take me into the huddle on the last drive? I'd imagine it's very calm. But just take me into the huddle and what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, we just talked about the defense gave us a great opportunity. We saw 2 minutes, whatever was left on the clock. And we knew if we just played Alice football, we were going to get it done. So we just talked about staying consistent, doing the little things and making sure we're assignment correct. But when those big plays come, go make your play and leave your mark on this game. So Cody threw me a great ball at the end. We stayed patient. We had it a little bit earlier, but we waited on it, and it came in the end.
How many friends and family tonight? What was the final tally?
I think the final tally was about 14, but we gave them a great game too. So nothing better that they came and experienced it and, shout out my family.
You had people literally coast to coast. You had people from the West Coast and people from the East Coast.
Yeah, BC, Halifax, they got to enjoy a game in Montreal, so glad they could do that, and shout out to my family, man, #1 supporters.
I think you finished with a $130. I wasn't sure. What do we have? $134.
Okay.
So you have 150, you have 141, and only 134 tonight, Tyson. Pick it up next week. Okay?
Yeah, that's Cody's trusting me and Coach Maas, man. Shout out my team.
Technically, I guess the league leader in receiving yards right now. So.
As of right now, I need Alex Hollins to chill out, but we'll be good.
He was 20 yards before the game, so we're down to 114, I think. My math's not great. Congrats, Tyson.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Joey.
All right, Tyson Philpot, nice enough to join us. We will get Walter Fletcher soon. He's getting dressed, from what they tell me. You got to chill out, Pierre-Luc. We've got a couple guys here. Are you coming on or what?
That's we're 5-0, baby. I don't got.
Doing an interview though.
Joey, so as a sideline reporter, what are some keys to the game? What do you have to focus on?
Well, I really make sure that I put the right amount of gel in my hair before we get here, just because you might be on camera sometimes, Judge, so you want to make sure that you look good. I am taken, so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am married.
So when you were watching...
Done answer, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go to the next question. Yeah,
we're going to move on. When you're watching a game, what are some of the things you're focusing on, so you can get ready to talk post-game?
Yeah, no, for sure, you look at the way the running backs play. You want to make sure that the running backs, they lift their knees when they run. Titus Wall's going to join us in a second here. But you definitely want to make sure that the running backs are playing well. Fletcher played well tonight. Antwi did his thing as well on offense and on special teams. So it's always fun to see the running backs play well. That's what I look at.
Shout out my dog, Titus Wall. Came here from the Calgary Stampeders.
Okay,
come here, Ty. Come in here.
Okay.
So,
sign off for me.
So, how does it feel getting a win against a team that lets you go?
Oh, man, it feels great. It's so sweet, man. I haven't felt a feeling like this in so long. Credit to my teammates, though. Credit to my coaches and everything. The fans out here. That's what made it all possible. At the end of the day, getting a dub, especially for me, it was personal. So it just feels great, man.
Great. Back to you, Joey.
Back to me in the studio. Thank you for allowing my job to be back.
Tell me that wasn't good.
That was fantastic. It wasn't too good because I'm not losing my job and I'm not playing running back. Titus, obviously, this is your former team. They're the ones that let you go at the end of training camp to win in that fashion, and with the defense playing as well as they did in the fourth quarter. Just how much did this one mean to you?
Man, it meant a lot. Just how I told Jeff, man, it just comes down to execution. One play at a time. We were down at one point in the game, but we rallied together and we stepped up to the occasion. And for me, just like how I said, against my old team and how they let me go, it just feels so much better getting this dub at the end of the day.
Who gave you the hardest time on the other side? Who trash talked quite a bit?
It wasn't too much trash talk, but I'll say Middlemost. I was blocking him on special teams, number 83. He gave me some time today, but other than that, man, it was just all great competition all around, and so I loved it.
I think it's remarkable that you got here, you practiced I think 2 days, had a walk through, and then you jumped right into the lineup. And you obviously haven't come out since. You played pretty well. You played mostly special teams at the beginning. Now the last couple of games, you played quite a bit on defense. I'm just curious, as a guy who's jumped in to this situation from the outside looking in, what did you think, and how has it lived up to what you expected it would?
Man, it's just all about being a pro. When I got the opportunity here, I was ready to just accept whatever came with it, and so I knew I was gonna have to learn a new defense, new system, and so I just had to really dial in and take it one day at a time. And the coaches trusted in me, and I do everything I can to make sure they trust me at all times. And so after that, the rest is history.
What surprised you about the group just jumping in? Was there anything that kind of...
Man, they just all took me in, man. They took me in, bro. They treated me like family from the jump, and so they all got my respect, and I have theirs. So that's what it is from the jump, man.
Thanks for this. Congrats, Titus.
Likewise. Thank you, brother.
Right. Titus Wall, nice enough to join us on the Montreal Alouettes post-game show. We're stalling. We've been going for 48 minutes, and we're just trying to get to Walter Fletcher. We'll get to Walter Fletcher as quickly as we can. I promise we're not signing off until Walter Fletcher jumps on. All right, let's get back to the questions. Guillaume, Danny Machocha mérite ses fleurs. La relève de cette équipe est impressionnante. Next man up, always stepping up. You have to come this way. It's filming at me. I know. So you should come this way. Yes, of course we're live. Ladies, you could get Dom Mano at 514. Bravo, Joey, pour nous faire connaître nos vedettes des Alouettes. Joey, you better watch out. Antwi's going to steal your job. Hey, Antwi's a really good football player. I think he should stick to what he does because he's definitely a better running back than he is reporter. I might be biased. Bravo les gars, Ricky Ray était assis juste derrière nous. He enjoyed the win as well. Oui, Ricky Ray est en ville, évidemment. Ils l'ont honoré à Toronto avant notre match la semaine passée. Et évidemment, il est bons amis avec Jason Maas, son ancien coéquipier, et Danny Machocha, son ancien coach. Donc, oui, Ricky Ray est en ville pour venir voir les Alouettes et ses amis. On a pris une photo cette semaine avec Calvillo, Ricky Ray, Cody Fajardo et Jason Maas. Entre les quatre, je pense qu'il y a 14 Coupes Grey dans leur carrière en tant que joueur et entraîneur. C'est quand même fou. Mais oui, Herve, c'est bien vu que Ricky Ray était là. Est-ce que tu as demandé un autographe? Est-ce que tu as demandé une photo, Herve? J'aimerais savoir parce que j'ai parlé cette semaine. Il est vraiment fin. Donc oui, j'ai bien aimé Ricky Ray. Je l'ai passé en entrevue quand Jason Maas a été embauché comme coach. J'ai eu sa perspective aussi et je pense que Walter Fletcher arrive très bientôt. Juste un selfie, OK, c'est correct, c'est très bon ça. Donc félicitations pour ton selfie avec Ricky Ray. Guy, cette équipe est en mission, absolument. Ça fait 5 victoires, aucune défaite. We're going to Fletcher here in a second. Are we? Fletcher's okay. He's talking to coach. All right. Fletcher's final stats tonight, in case you missed it: 9 receptions, 104 yards, and 5 rushes, 56 yards. And a touchdown. So, big performance from Walter Fletcher, who is also going to receive the Budweiser Player of the Game trophy, which disappeared. Quelqu'un l'a repris. Mais c'est une belle performance de Walter Fletcher ce soir. All right, people were not letting me log off until we finally saw you. I've been going for 52 minutes, Fletch. So you're good. Hey, listen, you want to play like that? You can do whatever you like. All right, I was just reading the final stats. It's 5 rushes, 56 yards, and a touchdown. And just a very quiet 9 catches, 104 yards, 100 yak yards. Just walk me through that final drive, what you guys were thinking. Did you ever think that they were trying to let you score? The thought crossed my mind. Did that cross your mind at all?
Once I saw the second defender, I think it was a free. I think once I saw him try to tackle me, I felt like, they were trying to make a play, try to get us in, at least a field goal, put themselves in position to win the game possibly. But at the end of the day, I knew I should have went out of bounds when I went to the sideline. Kind of got coached up a little bit. But like I said, in your mind, just trying to put your team in a position to win and score. And yeah, man, just worked out.
Should have gone out of bounds?
Yeah, because they were saying, we had a minute, probably like 58 seconds left or something like that. Went down to the 2-yard line, ran a couple plays, got the short yardage with about a couple seconds left, and kind of closed the game out.
I'm glad you got it. Just for you, I know tonight offensively it was a question of being patient. I thought Calgary did a good job of limiting the explosive, the deep ball that this offense had hit quite regularly in the first 3.5 games of the season. I'm just curious for you, did you have an idea that you were going to be really busy in the receiving game tonight, and how did it feel to get your touches that way?
Honestly, no. I knew they sent a lot of pressure, so I thought it would be, kind of protecting Cody all night, stand in and protect him. But they weren't really pressuring as much as I thought they would, and they kind of lost me a few times in the checkdowns. And at the end of the day, like I said earlier, I take every catch, run as a chance to make a play. So Cody did a great job scrambling and made things happen, and I was there available and just tried to make a play.
What clicked in the fourth for you guys offensively? I know you guys got the 2 touchdowns, but just also I know you settled for a couple field goals. But just how did it? What ended up working out on offense in the fourth quarter?
Honestly, in the huddle, we just believed, man. We just said, gotta go down and put points on the board. We know what to do. We have so many playmakers on this offense, so many guys that want to see each other win. So, like I said, we just stay together. Like we know when it's time to turn up. That's the beauty of this offense, man. We were a very unselfish unit, and we believe in Cody, believe in our coaches, and we stuck together and just made it happen.
So just walk me through what the next few days are going to look like for you. It's 2 games in 5 days. How do you take care of yourself and heal as much as you can for Thursday night?
A lot of rest, a lot of modalities, as Coach Maas says. Just do the little things, tub, rest. But, for me, I'm going to stay off my feet for a couple of days, get in the ice tub, try to get back as fast as you can, man. It's a short week, like you said. So just let it rest, get in the film room, dissect the film as fast as we can. And like I said, just let it rest and ice.
Thanks for this, Fletch. Congrats. You were the Budweiser player of the game, like we said. Somebody left with the trophy, but we'll make sure to get it back.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you, my guy.
Fletcher of the Montreal Alouettes. Nice enough to join us. I think that's going to be it. 54 minutes. We started at 10. It's almost 11 o'clock. Donc, je pense qu'on va arrêter cela. Pas pire. On va arrêter cela. Est-ce qu'on a encore ce chiffre-là en ce moment? OK. Si on pourrait avoir Jason Maas, je vais rester. Et il est rentré dans le vestiaire il y a 2 minutes. On va essayer d'avoir le coach et on va finir avec cela parce qu'on me dit qu'on est plus de 1000 en direct en ce moment. Donc, on va continuer à rouler, même si ça fait 56 minutes qu'on est... Il n'y a pas de pause, by the way. Donc, j'apprécie beaucoup. Fletcher also had the great one-hand catch. That is a very good point. That was very, very nice. So many GOATs on this team. Pierre-Luc, thanks for signing off. Thank you for all the comments. Appreciate it. Je dis, il n'y a personne dans la ligue qui va arrêter les Alouettes et ils vont gagner la Coupe Grey. Merci beaucoup, Kevin. Lee, cette équipe a du cœur, on lâche jamais. Pat qui dit solid Fletcher. Any update on Dequoy? We've been talking about it throughout the whole show. We don't have an update, unfortunately. We'll see. We're going to try to get Jason Maas and see if we can get an update to end that on a hopefully a positive note. But yes, that is the hope. We have no update on Marc-Antoine, who left the game in the first half. But I did see him walk around, and he walked away and all that fun stuff. And he seemed like he was okay, but obviously with 2 games in 5 days, it would be a bit ambitious to get him back. But you never know. Well, we don't know. A couple of days of rest might do him some good. No problem if you missed the first few minutes. We're happy to repeat. Great night. What a way to end the game. Go Owls, go. Alouettes are back, baby. Thanks, Joey. Go Owls, go. De quoi à côté des nouvelles blessures? Non, c'est ça qu'on vient de mentionner. On n'a pas de nouvelles. Côté s'est blessé lors de l'échauffement, de ce que Maltos nous a dit. Et Osé a fait une très bonne job, mais on espère qu'avec David, c'est pas sérieux non plus. Donc... écoute, on va attendre une couple de minutes. Si vous avez des questions, go Owls go from Victoria. Okay, that's Philpot territory. So we have Victoria tonight. We have Hawaii tonight. We have Mexico tonight. Where else did we have? We have a couple different places. Sorry? Non, je peux pas peser pause. On est en direct. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Just a second. Great night. What a way to watch the game. Look, I thought, to me, we'll go in English a bit. All right, coach is going to come any second. I just thought when you face that kind of adversity, it could be good for you. When you have these tight games like that, it's one of those things. We got somebody in Boston, too. It's one of those things where you want to learn from your mistakes. You want to learn from the things that you do that are uncharacteristic. There's some tough penalties. There's a couple turnovers early on. But championship teams find a way to win this game. That's what the Alouettes did tonight. They end up getting in the end zone twice in the fourth quarter, end up kicking a field goal as well. I think it was 17 points. It was 15 points in the fourth quarter. So, je sais que vous voulez des entrevues avec tout le monde, avec Speaker. Je ne sais pas si Speaker est encore là. On va finir ça avec le coach. Ça fait plus d'1 heure qu'on est là. Mais on apprécie tous les commentaires. Si Speaker passe, je vais l'arrêter. Si vous le voyez derrière moi, s'il vous plaît, faites-moi signe, mais il commence à fermer les lumières ici. What's up, Michael? You can jump on if you like. You can jump on if you want. J'aimerais bien avoir un polo des Alouettes de Saguenay de Chicoutimi. Un polo des Alouettes de Saguenay de Chicoutimi. Je ne sais pas ce que ça veut dire, honnêtement. 15 points in the fourth quarter is nothing? Are you crazy? Take it easy. Are you kidding me? 15 points in the fourth quarter? Come on, what are you talking about? Pourquoi il n'a pas eu le converti après ce toucher? Ils ont essayé le converti de 2 points. Ils ont pris une punition. Et quand tu décides d'y aller, pour 2 points et que tu prends une punition puis tu ne peux pas changer d'avis, tu ne peux pas amener ton botteur pour faire ça. Donc, il faut, quand tu laisses l'attaque sur le terrain, je suis de retour à la maison. Quelle soirée on a eu au stade. Simon, tu as eu le temps de quitter. J'ai fait un après-match et j'ai pas fini. Tu es déjà arrivé à la maison. Un polo pour moi des Alouettes. Je suis de Saguenay, de Chicoutimi. OK, tu es un Saguenay, je comprends. Mais si vous visitez le site web des Alouettes, vous pouvez trouver exactement ce polo-là. Je pense que ce polo-là, il se vend. Il se vend sur le site des Alouettes, alouettedemontréal.com. OK, je vois le coach. goasbogo.com pour vos billets et pour votre marchandise des Alouettes aussi. OK, le coach s'en vient, signe un autographe et on va finir ça avec ça. On a fait plus qu'1 heure. Ça va être plus qu'1 heure. On vient d'atteindre le 1 heure et les lumières commencent à s'éteindre. On va parler au coach parce que bientôt, on va être dans le noir ici. On ne veut pas faire ça. Moi, j'ai peur. J'ai absolument besoin de lumière à chaque fois que je fais un après-match. Mais ça achève. Passé 11 heures. Mais c'est quand même, il faut souligner le travail. On niaisait dans les commentaires que 15 points, c'est pas énorme. Mais si tu marques 15 points par quart, tu finis la game avec 60 points. Donc, les 15 points par quart, c'est quand même rare. Mais juste d'avoir le calme dans le caucus, d'avoir un corps arrière, un coach qui est correct, qui sont calmes sous la pression. C'est impressionnant de voir cette équipe championne faire cela. Donc, on va parler au coach. Les félicitations aux fans. Ils étaient super, super bruyants. C'est ça. I won't keep it too long. I promise you can come this way. I know it's probably not the way you drew it up tonight, Coach, but just talk to me about the resilience of the group, the coaching staff, and the team to stick with it and get the job done tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it took a complete team effort. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's the whole team that allows us to win these games. It isn't just the guys on the field, the 45. It's the whole organization and the whole team. I mean, because we put a week's worth of work into doing this, and then obviously the guys, the 45 on the roster, are the ones that get to show what we've worked on. And they did a tremendous job tonight, fighting to the very end, competing to the very end, with some ups and with some downs throughout the game, but they never stopped competing, they never stopped efforting, and they believed all night. You can never tell on our sidelines whether we were up or whether we were down. And then we had, multiple injuries before the game, we had multiple during the game, and we have our hangar that we're very proud of, guys that are just ready to play, and our guys stepped up tonight. And so that's why I say it's a team effort when you win a game, and I think tonight was very special because it took all of us to do this one.
I think there's one thing that people will naturally overlook, but I want to make sure that it gets out there. I just thought that tonight, as the offensive play caller, you like to take your deep shots clearly in the first 3 weeks, but Calgary, I thought, did a really good job of taking away the explosive play in the passing game. But how tough is it? I know you have that itchy trigger finger, but to stay patient and to give Fletcher the 9 receptions and to go screen when they take away the deep ball.
Yeah, I mean, we have, shots called during the game, but Cody always gets to make the last decision. So tonight there was things that he saw differently than maybe we thought we would see. But the thing that we know is if you get it to the back and make good decisions, getting it down to them, that's one of the things they'll love. They're okay giving up because they've got great athletes that can tackle in space and do all that. Fletch just happens to be a great athlete with the ball in his hands, so he can make people miss and do great things with it. So great things happen tonight with the ball in his hands. So when they start taking that stuff away is when we'll go back to throwing it down the field. And we had some things saved for the fourth quarter that we've, not to say that we were saving for the fourth, but we were going to call them earlier in the game that we didn't quite get to. And they got to them later in the game, but Cody made a good decision on them and threw great, accurate balls, and our guys made plays. So, at the end of the day, our guys made plays when they needed to make them, and that's the trademark of our team. When guys need to make plays, they step up and do it.
I think the one to Philpot on the last drive was 39 yards. That's an explosive play. I'm just curious, from a crowd perspective, I thought that was there was a lot of turning points, but I thought that the crowd in the fourth quarter just took it up a few decibels. How big was that? I know you're locked in during the game, but how big of a difference can the crowd make tonight?
We noticed it. I mean, I noticed it an hour before the game starts when there's that many people here. That's different. I mean, I haven't seen that here. So all of a sudden, it's awesome that we're as excited as we are about playing for the city, and the city's coming out and showing they're proud about the team that's on the field. And you can see it and hear it, how much they care. And the passion they've displayed is what we're all about, and it definitely affects the game. I can tell you that, and you can see it. It just makes it more difficult to go down the field when you can't hear, you have to communicate differently, and our fans definitely contributed to this one.
I know what the answer is going to be, but there's thousands of people that are watching live right now that are going to kill me if I don't ask the question. Is there anything on Dequoy and Cote that you can tell us?
Nope, I'm sorry that there isn't. There were a number of injuries tonight, so we sustained a few of them. So we'll find out tomorrow morning, and then obviously it's a short week, so we're not going to practice really this week. It's just about being physically as good as we can be, but we'll find out on those guys tomorrow, and then we'll go forward with the guys that can play on the 45.
I saw Ricky Ray did some push-ups at Alouettes practice this week, and you can do more push-ups than Ricky Ray can't you?
I would bet on myself, and anything where I have to compete against Ricky physically, other than football, I'd bet on myself.
I'd bet on you too. Thanks, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
Jason Boss, nice enough to stop by. Donc, pas vraiment une mise à jour sur les blessés, j'imagine. C'est la réponse que j'imaginais qu'on allait avoir. C'est la réponse qu'ils donnent aux médias à chaque fois qu'on pose la question. Donc, pas de mise à jour sur de quoi, rien sur Côté. Je pense qu'il y en avait une couple d'autres qui se sont blessés. Merci tout le monde pour tous les commentaires ce soir. Merci pour tous ceux qui ont écouté sur Instagram, sur Twitter, sur Facebook, sur YouTube. J'ai-tu mentionné YouTube? Merci tout le monde. GoAsGo.com pour les billets prochains matchs. Ça s'en vient rapidement quand même. C'est jeudi soir contre les Argonauts de Toronto. Je pense qu'il y a plusieurs membres des Alouettes, plusieurs joueurs et le coach vous l'ont dit. La foule a fait une différence lors du 4e quart ce soir. Donc, on a besoin de vous. C'est le sport où la foule peut avoir un impact direct sur le match le plus. Donc, on a besoin de vous autres. C'est jeudi soir ici au stade Percival Molson contre les Argonauts de Toronto. Et après ça, on va vous laisser tranquille pendant une couple de semaines parce qu'on s'en va en pause. On a une semaine de congé la semaine d'après et on revient ici pour affronter les Rough Riders de la Saskatchewan le 25 juillet. Mais visitez le goasgo.com pour vos billets. Merci pour tous les commentaires ce soir. Merci. Les Alouettes gagnent 30-26. On commence la saison avec 5 victoires d'affilée. On se voit jeudi prochain. Merci et bonne soirée tout le monde.